Hey guys, I'm back with a new video and I'm finally gonna show you guys how I achieve these baby hairs, these adult hairs, these adolescent hairs, whatever you wanna call them. This is how I basically give my, my edges some character, some design. As you can see, I feel like without my baby hairs, I look boring. I think it looks weird. It's kind of like the same feeling of like not having eyebrows for me, especially this dip in my forehead. My hairline has always been like this for my whole life. I'm not receding or anything, but it's just this dip. I just can't. So I need my baby hairs. I feel like without it, I have no personality, no character. So, like Birdman, we about to change that. We about to do these edges. My all-time favorite edge control is from Lovely Bs, and I love supporting this brand anyway because it's Black owned and also it's owned by a fellow influencer. So she killed it when it comes to this edge control, and this is my edge brush that I like to use. I'm a little embarrassed because it's dirty, but let's be real. Sometimes that is just how it looks, okay? All right, so the first thing I'm gonna start with are the two sides where I just like to bring it down so I can, determine how much hair I'm gonna use. Sometimes I use a lot, sometimes I use a little. It depends on how I'm feeling or how long I wanna spend on the baby hairs or the adult hairs. So I just take out about this much hair. Sometimes it's uneven, but when you do this, it's really rare for it to always be perfect on both sides, and that's fine. So I'm also gonna move on to the center of my head, which is the one I like to tackle first because I do not like the dip in my hairline. I really wish there was like some special transplant I could do or something to fix this, but whatever, this is what God gave me, so I'm gonna accept it. But we're gonna add a little pizzazz to it. So I just like to take the hair and kind of like swoop it to the side just to kind of give like a fake illusion that there is hair there. Hair has never grown there ever in my life. It's never been there. So there's honestly nothing I can't do about it. So I just like to take at least like two little pieces just to swoop, just to, start it off. That is basically like my foundation. This is how I begin. And then I start to design. I become Picasso. I become Basquiat. I'm an artist with the edges. So I like to give the outer part just a little swoop. This is the easiest one, honestly, out of all of the baby hairs. I just do a little swoop. Sometimes I'll do a curl, whatever it may be, and I push them down just to make sure that they're staying in place and the edge control is locking in. And we do that little swoop. That swoop, it's that splat, this that splat. Then I like to brush out the sides. This is where we start really getting into the art. So I have my hair out. I'm gonna take my edge control on my brush and we're gonna do another swoop like we did the first one. You see that swoop, swoop, swoop. And then after we swoop it, so it's gonna take a few times. I know it looks annoying watching because even when I watch people do baby hairs, I'm like, girl, just hurry up and do the damn design. But you really do have to just keep swooping it to make sure you get each hair. And then we're gonna go back and do another swoop. So we're kind of doing like an S, but kind of like a drawn out S, not like too, not too close. So we're like a snake, basically. You want to do it like a little snake. You want to just move your hand in that kind of motion. Make sure you get each and every baby hair because even if you don't, it really can ruin the look. And then I'm going to merge that last piece of hair. Here's Zoe in the back. That last wave with the first baby hair I designed. Now, I like to do something called double edges. You're probably like, what the heck is that, Ray? So what I do is I have my, the first set of edges that I design, and then I also do the hair that's in the back. I just feel like it ties it all in, and it just looks really pretty instead of you just having your edges and then the rest of the hair behind it is just straight. I think on me, it looks weird. On other people, they could pull it off, but for me, I just think it doesn't, it's not cohesive. We need double edges. So this is what I do. So this is what the non-edge side looks like, and this is what the other side looks like. And I like doing this no matter what hairstyle I have because, if the wind starts blowing, when the hair goes back, you can see the edges is still, you got some design, it still looks cute. So moving on to the other side, literally do the exact same thing. One thing I can say when I do my edges is, like I mentioned, sometimes it's not the same, but we're not going for perfection. It's kind of like eyebrows, you want it to look like sisters. They don't got to be twins. sometimes it could just be a little more difficult on the other side and you don't get it like that. So I was kind of having a little bit of trouble with this side. You know, the hairs are just tamed differently, so you know, it gets a little annoying. But for the most part, that's why I like to do the double edges, because if the first set, like the first row or the first set of edges that you do, the design just doesn't, you know, if it's not perfect, I feel like the double edges just kind of tie it in together. And that's what I started doing. I was getting frustrated, so I was like, let me just do the double edges because it's the easiest, because it's literally just 3 swoops that I do, and then I can go back and fix what I was doing, and then it comes out right and it looks nice. And there you go. So now we have this side done and both sides are complete. This is how they look. Then I like to get a silk scarf and I like to fold it kind of like a bandana, just so that it goes on the edges. And I like to use a silk one out of everything because we all know silk also protects your hair. It's gentle on the hair. And not only that, it kind of soaks up the leftover edge control, like if there's too much, because sometimes if there's too much, it can kind of look like oily and greasy. And also the baby hairs will start to like kind of unravel. At least for me, that's what happens, especially if I start to sweat. So this just really like packs it down and just like kind of sets it. Like, you know how you set your makeup? This kind of sets the edges in place so they go nowhere. I like to leave it on for like 10-20 minutes. Obviously, if you don't have time, you can leave it on less than that. And then after I take it down, this is it. This is how I do my edges, y'all. My baby hairs, my adult hairs, my adolescent hairs, them teenage hairs. This is how I do them. I love doing them. I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care if they look crazy. I'm forever gonna do my baby hairs. It's just a part of me. I love it. I love seeing other people do it. You know, it's a part of my culture and I'm gonna continue to do it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys try it out. Comment below and let me know if you like it or if baby hairs are your thing. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces!
It's my Ray. Hold up, it's my Ray. Hold up, it's my Ray.